for the Virginia Derby. And they're off. And a perfect start. Jane's Luck came out first from Long Shot Class Concern. Here's Irish Laddie there, the outside, taking the third spot, followed by Artie Schiller, the favorite, who's fourth of the opening furlong. Then back to Lippon and Kitten's Joy, racing in third last position, followed by No Place Like It. And last of all is Prince Arch. Jane's Luck out there rolling with a 2.5, 3-length lead as they push on to the first turn. Jane's Luck, first time on the turf, trying to settle down, but gets a bit rank up front, setting a solid pace for the 1.25 mile distance. Class Concern is in the second spot, Irish Laddie third, Lippin in fourth, already some 8 lengths off that steaming front runner up ahead. Artie Schiller is now 10 lengths from that lead. Kitten's Joy is down at the fence, No Place Like It, and Prince Arch in between horses. In the back of the pack, in 15, 16 lengths will cover the field. Jane's Luck flying along under Oliver Castillo at a solid pace out there, opening up 8 lengths on Class Concern second, Irish Laddie third. Lippin is in fourth. Artie Schiller is in the clear on the outside fifth. Kitten's Joy under submerging on the inside, pushing through on the inside of Lippin. Artie Schiller and Kitten's Joy are some 7, 9 lengths off the lead at this point. No Place Like It, and Prince Arch is the trailer. Racing on for the far turn, Jane's Luck trying to carry that speed. Jane's Luck still with a 7-length lead into the far turn. Class Concern, Irish Laddie. Artie Schiller is moving up methodically on the outside. Artie Schiller moves into second. Kitten's Joy following Artie Schiller's move. Let's see, Prince Arch is still well back, some 10 lengths off the lead, second to last. Jane's Luck at the top of the lane, whittled down to a 3-length lead by Artie Schiller, and Kitten's Joy circling on the far outside. Class Concern is fourth, Lippin is fifth. Prince Arch has plenty to do. It's Kitten's Joy and Artie Schiller's pulling away. Kitten's Joy's responding right back. Kitten's Joy on the outside. Artie Schiller, they're well clear in the Virginia Derby. Kitten's Joy and Artie Schiller's running his heart out on the inside, but Prado's got another Virginia Derby. It's Kitten's Joy, and Kitten's Joy is full of run to win by 2.5. Artie Schiller and Prince Arch was third and Lippin fourth.
They're in the gate, and they're off. Request for Parole and Kicking Chris breaking well from their inside posts, and there goes Maktub, showing a little enterprise early, and Maktub on the outside up for a short lead. Kicking Chris, though, right there with him. Request for Parole, reined in to run in third. Magistretti, fourth on the outside. And then it's Kitten's Joys in behind horses. Tycoon off a bit slowly today, and Polar Summer at the back of the pack as they make their way into the first turn. So Maktub is the pacemaker, with Jorge Chavez nursing him on that lead through a quarter in 25 seconds flat. Kicking Chris up pretty close to that pace today. Right there, second on the inside. Magistretti is third behind this easy early pace. And then together our Request for Parole. Kitten's Joy is in the clear on the outside. And Tycoon, Jamie Spencer, riding high on him. And the trailer is Polar Summer after a half mile in 50 4/5 seconds. They make their way into the backstretch run now. And Maktub continues on an unchallenged lead. Magistretti under stout restraint here with 7 furlongs to go. Second on the outside and in no hurry to move yet. Kicking Chris is also under a good hold. Kitten's Joy remains in the clear. Request for Parole down toward the inside. Tycoon is moving up alongside him, and Polish Summer is the last of them all here with 6 furlongs remaining, and Polish Summer is still about 7 lengths from the lead. They continue down the backstretch. They're halfway down the backstretch run now, and it's still Maktub and Magistretti. 3 quarters in 1:17 and 1. It's been a pokey pace so far, but the cadence is starting to quicken as they approach the far turn. Maktub now gets a little nudge there from Jorge Chavez. Magistretti is right there with them with a half mile to go. Kicking Chris called on for running, switch to the outside as Maktub starts to give way. Kitten's Joy is right there on the outside, is now running in third. And Request for Parole is moving through in between horses. Tycoon on the outside is only about 3 lengths from the lead, and Polish Summer, and they're moving toward the top of the stretch. And it is Magistretti who is in control. Targeted now on the outside by Kitten's Joy. Kicking Chris right there and behind. And Tycoon is ready to roll. And the field turns for home. And Magistretti now accelerating. Magistretti opens up. The lead is a length. Kitten's Joy set down for the drive. And here he comes now. Oh, and he's got plenty of run. Kitten's Joy taking the lead with an impressive turn of foot. Oh, my. Kitten's Joy just blowing Magistretti away, and Tycoon. Oh, this is a very good 3-year-old. Kitten's Joy wins by 3 emphatic lengths. Magistretti was second, and Tycoon was third. Farther back, Request for Parole was fourth.
Deere Breeders' Cup Turf, which is next on the menu from Lone Star Park. Welcome back to Grand Prairie, Texas, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and the 21st edition of the Breeders' Cup World Thoroughbred Championships. The John Deere Breeders' Cup Turf purse of $2 million is next. Powers Court at 3-1. 3-5 favorite is Kitten's Joy, the 3-year-old owned by Ken Ramsey. Magistretti at 7, Star Over the Bay a 6-1 shot. Mustanfar 18-1. That's the field for the John Deere Turf, which is contested at 1.5 miles on the grass. And there is the favorite. That is Kitten.
And then just rocket it away. I've hardly ever seen a horse do anything like that. He is very special colt indeed.
Here are the horses for the John Deere Turf. Number 1, Powers Court, British bred, Irish trained, had his toughest moment in the U.S. when he was disqualified from the win in the Arlington Million for interference. 24-year-old Jamie Spencer was aboard that day, too. Number 2, Request for Parole. Pat Day, the only jockey to ride in all 21 editions of the Breeders' Cup, guides the winner of the United Nations Handicap, his only Grade 1 win in 8 tries. Number 3 is Strut the Stage, a son of Theatrical, hence the name. His sire won the turf in 1987, and trainer Mark Frostad brought Chief Bearheart from the cold of Canada to win the turf at Warm Weather Hollywood Park 7 years ago. This 6-year-old 7th is the 3-10 favorite in the Sky Classic at Woodbine. Number 4 is Kitten's Joy, big favorite. First Breeders' Cup starter for second-generation Kentucky trainer Dale Romans, that state's perennial leading trainer. And the 3-year-old Kitten's Joy has won 6 of 7 this year. As Charles said, 8 of 9 lifetime on grass. And by the way, Kitten was Ken's nickname for his wife when they were dating. Number 5, Better Talk Now. Lone Star represents the 14th track for his 23 career starts. His biggest win and only victory this year, the Grade 1 Sword Dancer handicap at 1.5 miles on yielding turf, just like today. Number 6, Magistretti began his career in England, now started 3 times in the U.S. for Patrick Biancone. Winner of the Grade 1 Man of War on yielding turf at Belmont, but 0 for 4 at this 1.5 mile distance. Number 7, Star Over the Bay, claimed for $80,000 in May and since has won 3 straight graded stakes wire to wire. He's also the only horse in the race who has competed on this turf course, with a 2nd in the Dallas Turf Cup in June. And number 8 is Mustanfar, a 3-year-old who won the 1.5 mile Sycamore at Keeneland in his first try at that 1.5 mile distance. And that is your field for the John Deere Breeders' Cup Turf, 1.5 miles, and the purse $2 million.
With Jose Santos, they're in the gate. And they're off. So a late start there for Powers Court. He spots them a couple lengths as they leave the starting gate. Down the back stretch, and as expected, Star Over the Bay makes the early lead, and he makes it easily. Star Over the Bay in front. Tyler Bays, once that lead has been established, he eases them down a bit to lead by 3. Struck the stage, now up to be 2nd. Kitten's Joy is in the clear, running 3rd in the early going here. Magistretti, a little keen, comes on through in between horses up to be 4th. Request for Parole down on the fence and saving ground 5th. A late start has put Powers Court back in 6th position and rating. And it's another 2 back to a hard-held Mustanfar and Better Talk Now, also on the stout restraint as Star Over the Bay takes them past the stands for the first time. Star Over the Bay able to negotiate a comfortable first quarter in 24 4/5 seconds. He settles into an easy gallop here. He's just loping along on a big uncontested lead. He's 5 lengths clear over Strut the Stage. Kitten's Joy, the 3-5 favorite, still reserved while running along in 4th. Mustanfar well in hand while 5th. Powers Court on the outside of Request for Parole, still at the back of the pack. Better Talk Now is covered up in behind horses. Right alongside him, Mustanfar. So it's been all Star Over the Bay so far. Loose on the lead, and he sails through 3/4 mile in 1:13 4 on an unchallenged lead. He's 6 lengths in front as they begin that final run down the backstretch. Strut the Stage is 2nd by 2 lengths. On the outside, Kitten's Joy now in good striking position. He's come off cover, but there goes Powers Court. Powers Court with a very aggressive move with 4 furlongs to go. So they race past the half-mile pole, and that lead has evaporated. Star Over the Bay and Powers Court. Powers passed. Powers Court takes the lead with a decisive thrust as they move into the far turn. Star of the Bay trying to get back in it. He's under a drive, has now dropped 2 lengths behind. Kitten's Joy is called on for his best with 3 furlongs to go. Magistretti's right alongside him. And Better Talk Now is coming with a big rally on the outside as Powers Court comes off the turn with the lead. Kitten's Joy in all-out drive. Better Talk Now continues a sustained rally, but he shifts in, and Magistretti had to take up there. Also trouble for Kitten's Joy into the final furlong now, and Better Talk Now has taken the lead. Powers Court and Kitten's Joy, and they're coming down to the finish, and it is Better Talk Now who is under the line first. He finishes first by 2. Kitten's Joy second, Powers Court third. But I would say hold all tickets. It was a very...
Better Talk Now. In the red and white on the inside is Kitten's Joy. And here comes Better Talk Now over in front of Magistretti, who checks, also bothering Kitten's Joy, and then goes on by Powers Court. We have a view of the head-on. And number 5, Better Talk Now, blue silks, blue and white silks. Watch him come over. Comes over there. The jockey trying to get the whip out, Dominguez, to keep him off the horses inside him, hitting him left-handed to try to keep him straight. But Kitten's Joy had to switch to the outside, and Magistretti had to check. Let's go to Donna Brothers.
I'm going to go back to Tom. Thank you, Ramon, and congratulations.
All right, Donna, congratulations. Maybe the stewards are looking at the videotape to try to determine if Better Talk Now was at fault. The inquiry sign has been posted. They're looking at Better Talk Now, and did he interfere with the second-place finisher, Kitten's Joy? And remember the delay a year ago when they had the dead heat between High Chaparral and Johar in this race? Here it is again. Now, Better Talk Now on the outside. Number 5, blue and white silks, comes over and watch Magistretti check. Kitten's Joy on the inside of Better Talk Now. Was it enough to make a difference? That's what the stewards must decide.
Better Talk Now is a gelding, and they gelded him because he could be a little quirky. He's got some moves, and he showed them off today a little bit. So for Graham Motion, his first trip to the Breeders' Cup and his hopefully first win, but there's a lot going on through the stretch there. Kitten's Joy,
it was slamming back in where I was. I mean, if he does it quietly, I would be okay. But I mean, but he slammed me pretty hard and put me in behind the other horse's heel, so kind of stopped my momentum right there. And I mean, it really cost me the race, I believe.
Did he bother you more than Magistretti?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Lone Star, where Better Talk Now has produced the 3rd biggest upset in the history of the Breeders' Cup turf. Only Lashkari and Miss Alleged paid more. 57.80, heavy favorite Kitten's Joy second, Powers Court third. The 5-4 exacto, $134.80. After the claim of foul was disallowed and the result allowed to stand, and Tom Durkin is with the state steward to ask him about that decision.
Cool Conductor in the gate. And they're off in the 23rd Arlington Million, and Cool Conductor flashing that speed from the high draw. Sweet Return breaks with plenty of pace, and Willie is right there too as they come past the stands, and it's Willie and Sweet Return out to the front. Cool Conductor just off this gallop, and the champion, Kitten's Joy, nice and settled there by Edgar Prado at the rail. Alongside that is Good Reward, and then further back, the French Raider, Touch of Land, Powers Court, and Kieran Fallon, a half dozen or 7 from Willie, who now holds the outright lead. Then 49er's Son, Lost, and that Millionaire Stretch Runner, Better Talk Now, is 10th. The opening quarter, 24-1 around the first turn, and it's Willie, a long odds leader here of the Million. Felipe Martinez and Willie in front by a length and a half. Sweet Return follows Willie's every move, and then 5 to Cool Conductor off those rails, running in third from Good Reward next in line. Kitten's Joy now off the fence, running in mid-pack. Then it's Powers Court and behind horses, Touch of Land, 49er's Son, 3 to a Lost, and Better Talk Now is some 11 or 12 from the front. Half mile and 48-2, so that it go to a half mile out in the Million. Willie, and on the outside, Sweet Return right there for the final 4 furlongs. Cool Conductor, Powers Court now moving. Powers Court splits horses. Good Reward stays parked at the rail. Kitten's Joy in the Ramsey red cap, coming up 4 or 5 wide around the far turn. Three quarters, 1, 12, and 4. Here's Cool Conductor, Sweet Return. Kitten's Joy on the outside now, raising the stakes. Willie, pace but dropping back. Powers Court will be forced to come around horses. On the far outside is Better Talk Now. They turn for home in the Million. Better Talk Now coming with a long run down the center of this course. Kitten's Joy the champion right there. Powers Court trying to split horses. A mouth-watering Million inside the final half furlong. Powers Court with a revengeful run. Kieran Fallon and Powers Court has won the Million, and he will stay. It's close for second. Better Talk Now, 49ers. The judges have posted 1, Kitten's Joy second, 4. 49ers Son third, and the 6, Better Talk Now fourth.